So what up? What up?
What's going on?
Need another shot or what?
Yeah, line it up.
Line it up. Might as well. We're here now, right? Salute.
So what's up? What's going on? What's going on?
So how we gonna do this?
I don't know. It's our first one, so
We gotta work out. We gotta work through the
Yeah.
through everything.
We're just gonna freestyle it right now, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Go right through.
So what do you got going on, Matt?
Shit, right now, man, not a whole lot, man, just, there's a
Lower.
delay. Not much, man, just, still working on music here and there. Still do mixes. I've kind of been slacking on that shit, though, because
Are you still doing them like once a month? Or
I was doing once a month, and then,
how was your feedback on that though? Like,
pretty good, man. I mean, with SoundCloud, dude, it's crazy. You get people from everywhere. Like, I just had this guy hit me up from the UK.
mm-hmm.
Yo, like,
That's pretty dope.
yeah,
Something different.
yeah. He
Yeah.
was like, hey, man, you got a new follower from UK, man. I really like, I like your stuff, what you're playing and what you're doing and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, I mean, you get your feedback here and there. Some of it's good. Sometimes you get negative, but you just got to take the negative criticism.
so how's SoundCloud? Are you still using SoundCloud or Mixcloud or because they stopped SoundCloud for a while, isn't it? Like copyright.
They're real funny about what you put up. You know what I mean? Like,
You can't put like a pit bull because they'll take that shit down. Or
yeah, Mixcloud.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
on SoundCloud they took
SoundCloud will take it down. They'll flag you and shit like that. Mixcloud's a little bit more lenient. You can pretty much play anything on Mixcloud.
Right.
But I've always used SoundCloud more than Mixcloud. It's just more of a popular streaming site. You know what I mean? It's more popular than Mixcloud. But Mixcloud is starting to.
Honestly, I think
it's starting to pick up.
like Mixcloud has more of my friends on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's what I
Yeah,
noticed.
yeah.
Like my boy Rampage, people from Pilsen, stuff like that. Like you're on Mixcloud, right, too, or not?
I'm on both.
So like I see people like I'll say like Rampage and like other people that I know. Like I'll get a notification like, oh, Rampage put a new one.
Yeah.
But on SoundCloud, I really don't. Like it'll be like some random known.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta go on the stream. You gotta
Follow.
go through and whoever you're following and yeah. But I've just been using it for so long now. It's been it's been years.
So what do you got, City?
Me, it's just for
You
me,
got
just like
SoundCloud.
I got SoundCloud too. I don't really do mixes. I used to, but it was more like actually put them on a CD. Like I never like followed that really wave of like putting mixes up on SoundCloud. Even though that is kind of like the way of getting known and having people listen to you. Like, but me, like I did a couple. There's a couple on there just because of mixes that I already had downloaded.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't really current. Like I never really like. It didn't catch my attention. Like what I'm saying, like how other DJs took that platform and ran with it, which is dope.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think it just depends on on what you're trying to accomplish. What are you trying to do? You trying to be on the radio? You trying to just put a bunch of mixes out?
Yeah.
And for me, like that's not the case. Me, it's just more like right now, like me, I just do a lot of like private gigs. I do bars. Like you got to start finding your niche. And like right now, like that's where it's at for me right now. So
Have you been asked, like, say, like a private gig or a bar, like, oh, City, oh yeah, you got recommended, but we want to hear a mix, and you make a mix for us, or does that still imply nowadays, or?
So I reached out to a promoter, and he was like, "Cool, yeah, send me your information." Because they were looking for more new DJs, and I got wind of it. So that's when I actually I went to his crib, to his studio, and we knocked him out. And I mean, apparently it wasn't that good, and I don't know. I didn't get a phone call back, Yeah. But like, I noticed that like even that promoter fell off. Like he went from being up there to like
Here in the city, Chicago? Or?
Yeah, in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah. So and it's like one of the things is like, it's not like promoters back in the day. or they stuck around for a while. 5-6 years now. Like you get a group of guys or a promoter here and there that blows up for a year or two, and then that's it. They're gone.
Well, even the club scene too. Like clubs change names. What, like every year or two?
Yeah,
that's crazy. So yeah, like also, I also get asked for mixes too here and there. Like, say for a private gig, like, oh, you got recommended, but can you give us a mix? I'm like, it's kind of hard to give you a mix on your family because I don't know what your family likes.
Right.
Even if they say, oh, cumbia, I'm not gonna make a 30-minute mix on cumbia. That's not what I'm gonna play all night.
Right.
So it's kind of just hard. I'll be like, you know what, just kind of actually just trust me or ask around and be like, hey, does he throw down? Does he play all types of music? Yes, no, whatever. But that's kind of what I do. Like mixes are kind of like out of the blue for me. Like I'll just throw one out there just because I felt like it. But honestly, it's kind of just, I don't know. It's kind of just.
I think it's just like the new wave of DJs that are taking advantage of it. Maybe because we've been in the game for so long that we're just established in whatever us three are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got your thing going, he has his thing, I have mine. And it's like, I don't think, unless you're trying to really do something else with it, then, for sure, go for it. But
Yeah.
I just feel like if we're there already,
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's
so he sold that from fucking AutoZone.
It's sponsored by Amoco and shit.
It's fucking
WD-40 oil.
Nah, it's fucking engine oil for your lawnmower and shit.
Let me show the crowd. So this is there's whiskey in here, and you squeeze it.
Well, now you gotta take the shot.
It gives you 1 ounce. No, not yet. Hold on. So
what are you doing these days?
Pretty much just private gigs all day. I mean, everybody knows me. I kind of started off in the club scene. That's what I did since I was 17 years old.
That's not the one.
No, it's not?
No.
Oh.
And I don't know, just the club scene was cool for me, but then it kind of got old in a way, just because the payment. It's like, oh yeah, at the end of the night, 5 o'clock will show up, and I'm like, where's my check? Where's my money? They're like, oh, we're still counting the money. I'm like, all right. Then 6 o'clock shows up. 6 o'clock shows up, and they're like, you know what? The money didn't, add up, so come back tomorrow. I'm like, dude, I'm here. I've been here since 9 o'clock. It's already 7 o'clock in the morning next day.
Right.
So little things like that here and there kind of just got me unmotivated to do clubs. So I was like, man, I'm just go to the private gigs. I'm just sad, and it's been working. So I mean, I haven't had a Saturday open since February. So.
Right.
I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sundays. I mean, Sundays here and there, but Friday, Saturday, definitely every week. So,
Now, was that an easy transition for you to actually realize all right, cool, fuck it, I ain't even gonna deal with clubs or anything like that. I'm just gonna go straight from one to another because it's like night and day.
Yeah.
It's it's a hard transition.
Honestly, I don't know. It's like my passion is open format, so I try to. It was an easy transition for me because a family party is you play norteña, rancheras, cumbia, bachata, merengue, house music, old school, freestyle, throwbacks. I mean anything, and that's kind of my style. I could do anything, all ranges. So that's kind of what I stuck with, and that's why people like me, and they just book me left and right.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, people are always gonna need. It's like fucking barbers. There's always going to be barbers. Everybody's always going to need a barber.
Right.
You're always going to need a DJ.
But there's always a good DJ and a good band.
It just depends on obviously who's you get people that they want a DJ, but they want to spend $150. So they're going to go get this $150 DJ.
Yeah, and then they come back and call you I regret it.
They complain, yeah.
Yeah. They just don't want to fucking pay. So.
Yeah. And I've heard stories. I'm just like, hey, I mean, that's what happens. I mean, and that's the thing that I don't know to this day. Sometimes I don't get because we'll just say a wedding or a quinceañera or even just any party. You spend so much money, and they don't realize at the end of the day, if the entertainment isn't good, then there is no party really.
I know when I first started DJing, a long ass time ago. That's how I started, was like private gigs, like weddings, quinceañeras, like sweet 16s and shit like that.
Sure, record crates and shit.
Yeah, we had to fucking carry records, crates of records.
And cop light.
I mean,
and no controllers like these days.
Yeah, no, turntables and mixer and records and speakers. I mean, it was rough, but that's what we did. But see, it was different back then though, because people would actually get bands. And I was just playing in between the breaks of the bands and shit. I mean, the band would play for 4 to 5 minutes. I'd be up, fucking off, whatever. And then you hear them, we're gonna take a break, and then you just play some records for. A lot of times it's like for 15 minutes,
Exactly.
Playing. But back then we were strictly playing house, classics and hard house.
Yeah, exactly.
It was rare that you heard rap or anything like that at an event like that.
You talking about like mid 90s?
Late 90s, like mid to late 90s. That's how it was, man, for a long time. I mean, I had some fucking funny stories. I could fucking tell you, that I was doing, in between in my breaks. You know what I mean?
Tell us the story. The viewers want to see the story.
And shit, I'll tell you a funny story, man. This is probably gonna fucking backfire on me, but
you don't have to name drop.
No. So I'm playing at it was a quinceañera actually, and they had a band, so I was just doing it in between breaks, like I said. But back then too, when if one of us, or like maybe my boys, like Gordo or Uzi or any of those guys, their cousin Rolly, Rip It Up. If any of us was doing like any kind of fucking event, a games or a wedding or anything, like fuck, now that I think about it, it was kind of fucking rude, but like, hey man, I'm DJing this quinceañera, y'all should show up. And then fucking they would mob deep, like 10 deep, and just fucking crash it and kick it, and they would jump on the decks, and
that was back in the day, I think.
Yeah. Like I said, this was in the fucking 90s, late 90s. So anyway, so there was this girl. I was young, stupid back then, but. There was this girl there, and we were fucking hanging out and shit, whatever.
Okay.
So the band was doing their thing, and I ended up outside,
hanging out
the hall, hanging out in the back, and ended up in the van. The band had a van, like a big old school Econoline van.
The van.
They had all the seats pulled out, and it was just carpeted. And so I ended up in the van.
Hanging out,
like the Ouija board,
and then and then and then next thing you know, I was like, oh shit, I gotta go back, and had to run back in, and
the bride's
and continue to DJ again. No, it was a key, so I had to DJ again. So it would jump back on. Luckily, I think Gordo was there, so in the meantime, Gordo jumped on and he started playing and shit. So kind of covered me for a little bit, but
you had it down packed.
Okay. Yeah, man, if I got more into detail, it'd be a little bit funnier, but. Yeah. But I mean, we were fucking. I don't know.
Have you had any?
I think we were still like in high school, man. Like right like I was like a senior or something in high school.
I think that was like, at least like for me when I started around that time, it was like those were like the more enjoyable days of like DJing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Unlike now,
sometimes DJing for free at house parties.
Just
basement parties and shit like that.
A keg and just I'll bring out the sound, even though the sound wasn't the greatest, but hey, just. Pay me with booze. And,
or you
but this is when I didn't.
Did you have your boy show up with a crate, and he showed up with a crate, and everybody just,
mash.
Fuck it, go ahead and play. They DJ for a half hour. All right, you play half hour.
Sometimes you would just not even really mixing, just throwing a song on, But hey, that's part of of the experience of DJing where you're at now.
Oh, for sure.
So I mean,
yeah.
But I mean, it's cool. Some it's good stories, good times.
That's pretty much how I started too. I mean. I started probably like early 2000s, maybe like 01, 02. I started like DJing at like my grammar school dances and stuff, like off of 2 Walkmans, like CD players.
Yeah.
It's like into a PA, like I was in the CD era in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I'll burn all like the hot tracks of like the Box and MTV back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
And like Sean Paul when he first started coming out, and I mean. That's what I had to play, but whatever. But it was an experience, man. It was just like pause, play, and that's how I play. and that's how you get started. You know, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
after that, you know, I started getting all my equipment, and I started DJing at little house parties here and there, and for free. I stopped doing that because I had an experience where it was actually in an attic. This house party was in an attic. I had to take my equipment up the stairs, up like it was like narrow,
Real
2
narrow
feet.
one,
It was like
and it
twisted.
curved and went back up.
Yeah, like JBL's
Yeah.
upstairs. They cleared it out, and I think it was probably like 11:30 midnight, and I guess there's like rival gangs in there. So like
Oh yeah, I've been to
on
those.
one side I was like
Yeah.
with a gang because I was DJing on this side, and then on the other side of the attic was another gang,
Yeah.
those rivals, and they both took out guns at the same time. They're like, yo, you know, everybody was yelling. I'm like, oh shit, you know, I was like, what the fuck? So like I jumped behind like a big ass in box TVs, like a big
Yeah.
ass. I was like behind there. I was like, oh shit, like something about to like pop off.
Just don't shoot the DJ.
So I was back there, and then like I guess everything, the commotion or whatever, that everybody left, and then everybody's like, oh shit, that shit was crazy, you know. Everybody locked the doors, the cops came, and then like 10 minutes later, you start hearing gunshots hitting the brick outside of the house, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, all right, I think this is my last free gig. Because that shit was traumatizing.
Free shit, last gig in the hood. Period.
Yeah. You tend to learn after a while, like your gigs to like take on and not take on.
Yeah, man, I've been in some fucked up situations, man. Just DJing and shit, man. Same thing, the fucking gangs and big fucking fights. One time I was doing a party and with a bunch of DJs and shit. We were just out we're all at a house party playing. Everybody brings their shit and just jumps on it. We used to breakdance back in the day too, so there was like an empty bedroom of just breakdancers
With cardboard all over the
No,
floor?
it was like
you used to break dance?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
you
it was
like pop locking or like
no, like
the helicopter and all
yeah,
that?
yeah, for sure. And so this bedroom was just strictly where the breakdancers were, because the floor was like linoleum tile.
Oh,
So, you know, we're all in there fucking breakdancing and shit, and the next thing you know, same thing, you hear commotion, and I come look out, there's a big ass brawl. Because this house was empty because the people were moving out.
yeah.
So the house was cleared, so they were like, fuck, let's have a party.
Yeah.
Well, the kids were like, let's
That's
have a party.
typical. Empty house.
Empty house, and yeah, so the next thing you know, there's people flying everywhere. One dude tried jumping over the DJ equipment to fucking hide, like the DJ equipment. He like dove over it because they were gonna kick his ass. So he dove over it and knocked all the shit out. Like it was chaos, man. It was just fucking, it was a wreck. Thankfully, you know, there was nobody busted out pistols and shit and guns.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was when they started to change from, you know, fighting to shooting. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So-
transition.
Yeah, the transition between actual fights and now it's all fucking
Different.
Yeah, everybody fucking ready to shoot somebody. But yeah, it was fucked up, man. He fucking tore all the equipment up and knocked everything over, and it was fucked up.
That's great. How about you, City? You had any crazy experiences DJing?
Ah, man, I mean, you name it. Like I said, the basement parties were the where it's at. I mean,
That's where it was at.
everybody was going through
Beer
them.
everywhere,
Yeah,
everybody
beer
flipping.
everywhere, throwing
Yeah.
it all over.
You open
know,
any
just-
closet door, there's people in there like, oh shit, you know.
Fucking
close it.
making out, like, oh shit.
You know,
You know,
people pouring all their drinks all over your CDJs or your turntables or some shit, and you know you're in there sweating, and man, people trying to dance on your equipment. You're trying to hold it up so nobody breaks it and falls. It's like it's nonstop, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good times.
You know, I've even been to fucking house parties where they didn't even have a DJ. They were literally, I've been to hundreds of house parties where they didn't even have a DJ. They were just fucking
Throwing
playing
shit.
mixtapes off of like their
mixtapes.
off their dad's fucking sound system. You know,
Yeah,
the big stereos
with
and shit.
tall
You know, the tall
speakers.
speakers. They would just fucking play a fucking Eddie B House mix. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it literally would just fucking that whole cassette all fucking night.
All
And it would just
That's how it
it would
was.
just
Flip it.
it'd flip on its own. You know, that automatic flip.
A and
it
B.
just, yeah, and it just keep fucking rolling, man. And at the fucking parties.
I was rocking all night.
Yeah, man, the fucking parties are rocking, man.
Yeah,
You know,
I got booked for a party one time. It was like in Bush, like in the 80s somewhere, like in South Chicago. And I couldn't go. So my guy had sound equipment, but he wasn't a DJ. He was just a sound guy. Like back then his dad had a band and he would just have speakers, you know, all over his basement. I was like, dude, like, can you go do this? He's like, I'm not a DJ, bro. I was like I know these people. All they want is reggaeton and juke. That's it. That's all they want. So I gave this dude 2 mix CDs, a juke CD and a reggaeton mix CD, and he's like, "Are you sure, dude?" He's like, "I was like, dude, just play one from back to front, and the other one the same thing. Just keep rotating them all night,
and you're good.
Just play one from start to finish, and the same thing with the other start to finish." He was like, "Dude, I don't know what happened, but it worked, man. No one asked for nothing. That shit was just popping out of control." This was like 06 maybe.
Yeah.
05. but it was so funny though, man. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean those are the good times.
Yeah. So shot time. Let's go.
A little shot in there. Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Salute.
The viewers too. If you guys got any topics, whatever, just let us know in the comments. We're gonna try to do this a couple times.
Shout out to Jack.
A couple times out the month. We're gonna try to do this.
Bucanas. Fuck it. Let's go.
We need a sponsor. Damn, I already took it. I need some sponsorship. Jack and Bucanas. Modelo too.
Like I say, it's Buchkanans.
Buchanans.
Buchkanans.
Buchanans.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
man. It's sad to say that those days are gone in a way. Yeah, I mean, people still have parties and house parties, but they're not the same. You know what I mean?
No,
it's a new era.
I mean, I don't know what the fucking kids are doing nowadays, but I personally don't think that they're doing it like we did. You know?
I think back in the day, like basement parties was literally an open invitation for anybody,
right?
And anybody would walk in, like, and it was slammed,
right?
And everybody was having a blast. But then, like he said, like once the gang started taking over little by little, it was like, oh, don't let so-and-so in because he's going to start some shit. Or, oh, don't let these dudes in because they're going to start some shit. I think all that what stopped all those basement parties and stuff.
Right.
Because back in the day, like, we literally used to bounce from house party to house party. Like,
oh, yeah. In high school, man, there would be 2 or 3 house parties a day. One get raided, fuck it, you run to the other one, you know?
And you didn't even know the people. You were just going in basements and shit like, oh, shit.
You just had to, like, know one person there. And then you
exactly. Oh, you good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's
and now you got an RSVP and all that.
Changed your shit, man. You know? Yeah, it's changed a lot, man. But it was a good time, man.
Yeah. So pretty much the topic of today is do's and don'ts for a DJ, or if you see other DJs doing something, is it like cool? Is it not cool? I have an experience where it was at a club, probably like a year or two ago. As a don't, as for somebody else, like I'm DJing, there's probably like 15 minutes left on my set. This dude in the back with his headphones on already, with his little plug, he's like, let me plug in, man. Like, he moving me out the way, like, let me get in, because I had it popping. And he was like, man, let me get in. I was like, dude, chill. It's like, I got 15 more minutes. He's like, no. But I think he was all yayed out.
Yeah, that don't help neither.
So he was like, man, let me get in. I'm like, dude, chill out, dude. And I was like calling the bouncers on him, like, dude, can you get to the dude? And he's like, oh, like.
Was he supposed to go on after you?
No, actually, he was just a dude there. Like, that he was a DJ from another club, but he showed up and he just thought he wanted to just jump on for no reason.
Oh,
like,
man.
Some drunk ass shit.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
So, I was like, if you're a DJ out there, don't do that. You know what I mean? It's like, if someone's DJing, let them do it. Even if they're like train wreck and that's their spot, you know, let them do what they gotta do.
But it's and we go back to, it's just a whole different generation. Like, I mean, I don't know half these DJs that are out now because it's so many, and it's like kind of.
The thing is, this guy was old. He was like an older guy. I mean, he was probably like, I don't know, maybe in his 40s or something.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wow.
Oh, okay. Well, then he should know. But
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I've had it where, you know, this is a while back. There's guys literally I'm DJing, and he's writing every song down or typing it in his phone like. Cool.
While you're DJing?
Yeah, like looking at the artist and the name and like, oh yeah, I need that. Let me write this down. Like, you know.
Yeah.
And you know that's the Serato now.
You sure he wasn't texting?
No, he wasn't texting because he was like, you know,
Facebook and
texting the funeral.
Yeah. So no, it was So I mean, granted that Serato has that.
So Shazam wasn't working for him. Huh?
No, it wasn't. Or what's that other one? LimeWire.
LimeWire.
We used to download stuff, all that stuff.
Napster.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but it was one of them things I was just like, really? Like, what are you doing, you know? Yeah, I'll take another one.
Yeah, I mean, I played, I think it was last month. I played I played in the city, and this guy was gonna DJ, so he was, he went on after me. So the headliner, I don't want to like really drop names because
No, yeah.
But the headliner was there to do his job, and that's what he's known for. So you book this headliner just to play freestyle, for example. Okay.
So what, like he's a headliner,
so he's headlining, and this is what he plays.
Right.
So if you're playing before the headliner, if for example, if Michael Jackson is fucking headlining the party, you don't play Michael Jackson songs right before Michael Jackson is about to perform.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
So in other words, this fucking knucklehead, that's pretty much what he did. Like, dude, this dude headlined to fucking play freestyle. Why are you playing freestyle? You know what I mean? When there's a million other things you could be playing, and what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, dude, you're fucking up the rotation. You know what I mean?
Exactly, so, that's how it is.
But I guess you just get some fucking guys that just don't give a shit. Like, they're just gonna play what they want to play, and that's it. You know what I mean? So, I think the opening format of DJing, or the opening duties of DJing, I think has lost its touch and its art. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like there's
like an unwritten rule.
There's an opener. There's a middle guy.
Like, and people just don't know how to open. Like, they'll just go there and fucking melt faces at fucking 10 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Like, or playing animals at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're at fucking at a day party and you're playing fucking EDM, at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's a brunch party or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, people are having fucking brunch and mimosas and shit. Why are
bacon
you
on a stick and shit?
What the fuck you doing playing fucking trap and EDM, at fucking 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Right.
Like, come on, man. So DJing has lost a lot of its fucking, and I don't want to sound like an old fucking fart because that's the thing too. People go back and forth like, oh, you're old, you're the old ways, and this is the way. No, look,
maybe just
still have to fucking
maybe just to defend a couple spots. Maybe that's what they're known for. Maybe the spots, but like obviously you have to know where your setting is, where you're at. If it's like a chill, mellow, housey, deep house type of place, then you keep the flow. You don't go in immediately with EDM or whatever.
But see, and you got to do your homework.
Like
you can't just go in there not doing your homework.
Yeah, that's why you always show up maybe like an hour before your set to see what's really playing.
Right.
And like what the vibe is. It's like, okay, you got to go in with this. Okay, I got to switch it up maybe a little bit, but kind of keep the same path.
Right.
On the same path, but some people just don't give a fuck. They're like,
or not only that, just don't. You go there to fucking see what you're playing, so you don't play the same shit they're gonna play. You know what I mean? Because I'm not an open format DJ, so I can't really say. But in a sense, a lot of these open format DJs tend to play pretty much like, there's a million songs, but they'll play the same fucking music.
Right. And there's so much music out there.
Yeah, but so at least
so much music.
At least go there and listen to. So you know what I mean? 'Cause people there, they don't want to hear something he played a half hour ago, and now you're playing it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because like some clubs, there's like maybe 2 story, 3 stories sometimes, and you'll be at the middle one, it'll be like Drake. You go to the second story, Drake. The third story is like Drake. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
you got
same shit everywhere.
Multiple floors, and you're playing all the same shit.
Yeah, it's like I know they're bangers, but you gotta spread them out here and there. But that's the only thing that I kind of don't like when there's like 3-4 DJs on one night, and it's only like a reggaeton night or a house night or whatever. It's like the first DJ plays like 5 songs that are banging. The second DJ plays the exact same ones that are hot at the moment. The third DJ is playing the same shit again. So it's like, I don't know. You kind of just gotta space yourself out, and that's why, like I said, show up early, know what they're playing, and just trying to go around them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, and that's the thing. It's just you, and it goes back again. Like I said, it's like you gotta do your homework. You gotta be prepared for it. Like one thing is like a private gig where you're just sitting there and you're just it's an open format and you're the only one that's gonna be there. So you have to know how to control it from the beginning to end and know when to play good hits and when to kind of like work your way up there. Unlike you go to like a bar or a lounge or something, it's like, it's a different vibe. Play a couple of them hits, but like 1 or 2, and the rest hit them with the old school hits. Hit them with some things like like what they can sing to. You know what I'm saying?
Like a masterpiece
or something. You know, people are gonna listen to like we'll just say like if we're doing reggaeton, you don't want to play all the good hits. The gasolina is gonna always you want people to sing to it. People exactly. to know the lyrics, and if you can get people to do that, you go to hip hop or you want to like play Get Low from Yin Yang Twins. Everybody knows they're gonna start To the Window and all this other stuff, and it's like you gotta know how to do it without having to play all the current hits, which is the biggest thing that we have going on.
But yeah, I think as a DJ, like if you're an opener, like stay in your lane, like try to build it up for the next DJ.
Right.
That's your job. You have to build it to the next shop. So it's kind of like a race. You hand out the baton at midnight. Boom. Here, I got them going. Right. Keep it going.
Right.
Or just stay in your lane. Like I said, just mellow it out, hang out. Just wait for people to get there, and then the next DJ is gonna obviously he's a headliner, so
let him do his thing.
Because you're not gonna headline at 10 o'clock at night. With 5 people there and the bartender's vacuuming floor and shit.
but at the end of the day, man, I gotta be honest too, man. I haven't been to a fucking club, and I can tell you how long. You know what I mean? Like, so shit's probably
even back in the day,
shit's probably changed. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I mean? Well, like how we just talked about before we went live is like a lot of the times it's like you don't get the opportunity to go to certain clubs or go to lounges or whatever because you're booked over here. You know, and you want to go to these spots, but you just can't.
Exactly.
And like I said, I haven't been to a club in a long time myself. Just because of the fact that I've just been, booked over here. And then life. I mean, but it all depends on where you want to go. But if you want to have good clubs, there's definitely just good DJs out there. But it's what you want.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I'm not saying that the city's, full of shit DJs, but there is. Don't get me wrong, there is. But I mean, there's tons of fucking great DJs out there that are still.
And they're still
doing their thing,
holding it down in Chicago.
Absolutely.
Like to name a few, like Flipside, Gordo, Metro. Those guys are pretty much holding it down. Everybody else behind them also are.
I kind of I kind of feel like, and I'm not saying this to drop his name because it's my boy, but like I think Gordo is doing fucking amazing shit right now. Like he's really doing fucking good for himself. He's come a long way. Because it was well deserved a long time ago.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's absolutely doing fucking dope shit, man. Like he's really got his name out there, and he's
he put in the work, man.
Yeah, he put the work in, and
he chose a path.
He's building that
club.
He's building that brand, that Gordo brand.
Yeah,
and I think that's dope. You know what I mean? Like you're really putting. You should have been doing this from day one. I mean, not saying that he wasn't, but I mean, you should have been this big from day one because he's just a fucking great DJ.
Right.
And it's unfortunate because there's DJs out there too that I see that didn't do half the shit he's done, or for example, haven't done half the shit he's done, or even been in the game as long as he has. You know what I mean?
Right.
But and they're doing shit up here too. You know what I mean? So.
I think that's just nationwide. Also, I mean, it's just honestly. Yeah. At the end of the day, it kind of comes down to relations, public relations. Like, if you know the manager of a club, too, it's like, I used to live in California. Nobody knew me out there, but I knew a guy that knew a promoter, and I started DJing at, like, clubs in L.A., like, when I was 19, 20 years old, and, like, other older guys were like, damn, like, this guy, 19-year-old little kid, like, from Chicago, he's out here DJing and shit, like, it was 80s parties, house nights, like, shit like that. I was like,
yeah. just
because I knew this guy, Yeah. I mean, I didn't do the groundwork like other people did, so
Well, I mean,
that's always been that's always going to be a big topic in conversation with DJs from the beginning till now, even more now because is it what's more important, relationships of like who you know, or is it skill? I mean, and that's where there's like a lot of like controversy because it's like, well, it's all more about people you know. If you want to get, sometimes if you want to get somewhere, it's like, unfortunately, that's what it is, Or if your skill, you got to really do a lot of videos and hopefully somebody.
Yeah, I mean, there's guys out there. Their skills do the talking. They don't even need anything. Like, you know, they're out there. They're scratching. I mean, DJing has different levels to it and different paths. Like, if you're a scratcher, you're a scratcher. You're a competitive DJ. If you're a club DJ, you're a club DJ. If you're a private gig DJ, you're a private gig DJ. If you could do all three, then that's even better.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if you could just do two, one or the other, whatever. I mean, you just choose your path and hold down to it. But at the end of the day, I mean, your skills are going to talk for themselves. I mean, like, look at me. I really don't even pass out business cards. Like, I'm booked literally, like, every weekend of the year almost. And I ordered a box of, like, 1,000 business cards. I still got more than half of them. And this was, like, 5 years ago.
Right.
Everything's just, like,
It's word of mouth.
word of mouth. I'm sure it's the same thing with you guys, too. Like, hey, so-and-so's good.
I still got my box of cards sitting there, and I'm like, man, part of me wants to throw them out. I was like, nah, I spent too much money 10 years ago, whatever.
They were expensive. Like,
yeah, they were expensive.
$200-$300 for like 1,000 or something.
Yeah.
Like plus the design.
Yeah.
Plus all this bullshit.
Now you get all that shit for fucking $10. Delivered to your house in a day.
Oh, now
Amazon.
nowadays, yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's what else do you guys want to talk about? I mean,
it's too much. I mean, there's a lot. Like I said, even like I said back,
Yeah, I mean,
it's like the experience and skills. For example, one young guy that I know, Jerry Joseph, he's killing it. The skills is there. He has the skill and everything there. It's just he hasn't got that platform that he deserves. But it comes with the grind as well.
yeah.
But it's like, I mean, he's slowly coming up. And just a lot of people are sleeping on him. So one day, hopefully, I told him he's got to keep working on it.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
He's-
Great kid actually. Because he's a young guy.
Yeah, he's a young guy, but
no,
yeah,
he's got skills, dude.
He got skills. I mean, even his mentality in music too. It's like it goes back to like 70s, 80s music. You know, he has that mentality because of his dad. You know, you know who you are if you're listening. So, yeah. I mean, I think all that as being a good DJ comes from like your music background, like your parents, your family, what they listened to when you were growing up. You know, that's how I got all my Spanish music down locked because, you know, my mom used to like clean the house to Los Bookies back in the day. You know? Like, so I know all that old school stuff.
Your dad's old Freddie Fender records and shit.
All that.
steal all his music.
So that's how
You know, man, I'm pretty fortunate enough. Well, I guess you could say fortunate, but I guess I'm kind of showing my age, or telling my age. But I was, dude, like growing up, even before B96, like when I was a little kid, like I caught like the end of the era of BMX, like the fucking original house music shit, you know. So then my older sisters used to record mixes on the radio, and you know, so they would listen to them all, you know, during the week, you know, to what they recorded over the weekend, and that's kind of how I kind of got into it. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like I heard it, and I'm like, oh, I like this music. You know what I mean? It was cool, and I kind of just, you know, and then I just became friends with. I just happened and coincidentally became friends with other kids from the neighborhood that were the same way. Like they love this house music shit, and we just kind of all like, you know, and just went from there. We all started DJing and buying records and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's kind of how it worked out for me. Cause and honestly, I didn't start DJing, you know, because of the passion for music. I was like, oh, house music is it is my passion, but it wasn't my original passion.
Right.
You know, I used to DJ just to fucking get, you know, gigs to go fucking meet girls and,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
See, I was the opposite. I did it.
You know,
I did it for money.
Passion.
You know, I did it because, you know,
I did a passion money.
Yeah.
you know, do quinceañera, maybe, you know, hook up with a couple girls or something. But you know what I mean? That was
Hey, get some free food and some booze
yeah, you know,
and call it a day.
I was 15. You know, I was 15 years old. You know, 16 years old, DJing quinceañeras and weddings, probably weddings too, but like quinceañeras and sweet 16s and shit like that. Doing shit like that, just, you know, go out partying.
It was fun, if anything.
It was fun. Yeah,
But I mean, it
fun.
wasn't one of them things
Hook
to
up with
you,
girls
like,
and shit, you know?
was it one of those things where it's like, I'm doing it because eventually I want to get money, or is it one of the things that it just kind of just...
It's a combination of both, man. You know,
yeah.
Get a little. I mean, back then, you know, if you DJ a party for $100 in the late '90s, $100 is like a couple $100 now. You know,
Right.
Oh yeah.
it was different. You know,
Yeah,
plus I'm
yeah.
living at home. You know, it was just extra cash, bullshit money. You know, go buy some Jordans the next day or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was more. instead of money, it was just more to party and fucking meet girls. You know what I mean? That was.
Yeah, back in the day, I think in high school, I think I used to get like $200 a week or something. Like starting off at like Don Pedro's, I was like 17 years old. You know, I used to see my teachers there, and they're like, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm working, you know,
DJ,
I'm working."
yeah.
Like, what the hell?
You're working. You're a barback.
Yeah, so yeah, like $200 like in high school.
DJ.
$200 a week in high school was like a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
you
it
know?
was like it was like having a part-time job.
Yeah, I was like saving my money. I like put sound systems in my dad's truck. You know, I was like, you know, I was rolling. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, nowadays $200. That's
can't
like grocery money. You know what I mean?
I blow that in the night at a bar. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
So yeah, that was crazy. And then I got another little topic here. Let me see. Finding new tracks. How do you guys find new tracks? What do you guys do?
I mean, it's just you got so many record pools these days.
Record pools?
And sometimes it's just sharing music with DJs, even though a lot of DJs don't like doing that. But you know, it just depends on your relationship you have with that particular DJ. You know, hey, if I'm missing something, hey, I gotta go do this gig. I need some help. Cool, come through. You know, or hey, you know, here goes a USB, hook me up, or whatever the case may be. But
how do you feel about that? Giving someone else music? Because I have an opinion on that. Like, say somebody you don't even know, like maybe you do know them, but they're like, "Hey, I got a hard drive. Fill it up for me, yeah." Would you just fill it up for them?
No. I mean, you gotta have a relationship. You know, like
even with a relationship, honestly, I think it's just too much work on yourself to just hand out music like that. Because you put your time.
You're not gonna give somebody your whole fucking collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've had somebody was like, "Hey, I got a 2 terabyte hard drive. Give me all your music. I'll give you $500." I'm like, first of all, I spend $500 probably like every 2-3 months on music. You know, back in the day when I used to spend a lot of money on record pools. But even then, it's like that's my time, my brain working, and you're just gonna sit there and just give me $500 and give me, give you all my music. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I wouldn't give somebody out my whole library or anything like that, but I mean, it's hard to say. Like, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? If you ask me for music, hey man, I've had people ask me all the time, hey man, I got this gig, they want a house, hook me up. Yeah, whatever. Bye.
But at that point, it's kind of hard because you don't know what type of house. You know?
Fuck, I just give them whatever, man.
Whatever.
You know, a little bit of everything.
But even then, it's like they say in any industry, it could be music, it could be like cooking. You give two chefs the exact same ingredients to make flautas. We'll just say there's going to be 2 different flavors because of how you cook it, how you do it. So you can have all the material in the world, but if you don't know how to use it, then you know. And at the end of the day, like for me personally, if we're good friends and more than just like DJs, I don't mind it. I don't give a shit. I'm not like Matt said. I'm not gonna give you all my library, but if you need, hey, you know what?
Maybe
I need a couple.
Like,
I needed a couple cumbia songs, or I need a couple like
that's cool. I mean,
shit. Then I'm like, cool. I know where it's at. Grab it, go. It probably takes half hour out of my time. Cool, whatever. And it is what it is, you know. But it has to be for like
a good cause.
A good cause, or I know you're doing your homework outside of this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's trying to learn, or
even
like a beginner guy. I mean, like,
you know, I have a really good friend that unfortunately somebody, you know, they stole his laptop, his equipment, everything.
That's understandable.
Then it's like one of those like, man, he's a great guy, a young kid coming up. You know, he has, you know, knock on wood, that's never happened to me. But I mean, it's one of the things. It's like, if I would go through that, I would want somebody to be like,
help you out.
Fuck it, City, here you go. You know, just get back on your feet. You know what I'm saying? And like, I just feel like, in that certain situation,
I think that's a different situation.
Yeah, but if it's somebody just like, I know they're just
some grimy dude.
Yeah, then I just be like, yo, like I don't got time, or like here I'll throw you these, but I know that ain't gonna really work for you, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, in any other situation, like I said, if you're a random DJ comes up to me like, yo, hook me up, like, man, I just can't. Yeah, but I mean, if you're really one of my really good friends, if Matt comes to me or if I go to Matt, hey, cool, no problem. What you need, like you said, fuck it, I don't care because at the end of the day, like we have to help each other out, and I feel like that's what the DJ community is. It's not as strong as it was before. I think just because of time and people just.
Well, how was it, Matt, back in when the record, the crates, like when someone wanted a track you played or something, or would they be like, oh, what's the name of that, and they'll go buy it? Or, I mean, obviously you couldn't give them a record.
Right. No. People would just ask, hey, what is that? Oh, this, you show them, you show it to them, like, oh, it's this record, and oh, okay, yeah, just the sound, okay, I'm gonna go buy it.
Yeah, because they didn't have fucking...
Yeah, they didn't have phones back that. Just be fucking ancient. No, but they would... But
you remember it, they had no choice.
But again, you remember it because, you
really wanted it.
You remembered it because, and the times were different, so, people fucking knew phone numbers by heart back then. I don't know anybody's fucking phone number right now. I know like one person's phone number by heart.
I probably know my neighbors.
I know,
like growing up.
I know one fucking person's phone number by heart.
Me too.
And my home phone number.
One person. Literally one fucking person. And my own. But, that's how you would just like, oh, you give them the title or like you said, some of them just, back then it was, I don't fucking mind if somebody comes over my shoulder, oh, what is that? Oh, whatever, I don't give a fuck that. That's what the track is. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as like digging back in the day, man, and that goes back to your original question: is how do you find music? Back in the day, man, you had to go to record stores and dig through records,
literally
listen to the record and go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can just click. Nah, this sucks. Oh, I like this. Put it in my bin. Or put it in my like cart, or whatever. You know what I mean?
75% of music now is like skip.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, literally nowadays.
These record pools, honestly, I'm like, it's like out of like 3 hours of searching, I probably got 5 songs.
Oh yeah.
Like honestly, or maybe it's just because you're liking. It could be like an EDM guy, like, oh yeah, I like this one. It's like no, like I'm going for a different road here. Like maybe.
Yeah.
Or you gotta just find remixes, mashups, stuff like that is gonna really pop. But besides that, I mean. Like, I don't know, like, I know he's a house DJ, like, open format, that's pretty much what I consider myself at this point. It's like, you kind of just have to just, like, really look for, like, a unique sound, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to, because if not, we're all going to sound, if we all wanted to, we could all be in the same record pools and we're all going to sound the same.
I mean, we all play the percolator at one point.
Yeah.
I mean, we all play the percolator at one point, but
that's only 30 minutes out of 6 hours if you want.
Yeah.
Or before it,
That's a fucking touchy subject in itself. It's just you bring up the percolator and it's a touchy subject.
Is that a go-to song?
Absolutely.
You have to.
That is absolutely.
That's a go-to song.
Yeah. But it can't be like you have to know when to play it.
Out of nowhere, like boom, percolator, and people are eating at dinner. Like,
absolutely. But it's an absolute. I mean, people will fucking talk shit all day long about
up and down
and classics. Like, oh, I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of it. Hey, listen. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean somebody else doesn't like it. I don't like EDM. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean this next person is not gonna like it. So I can't say fuck EDM. I can't say this and this. Classics, people will talk so much shit about classics. Oh, I'm tired of hearing classics. I'm tired of hearing percolator. I'm tired of hearing Landa. But you know what though? When your dance floor fucking bombs, I bet you run to them fucking tracks and you play them. And it saves your ass.
And you know what I mean? Comes back to the dance floor, yeah.
Exactly.
That's how it is.
So, I mean, me personally, I like them. Like, if somebody asks me, hey, I need a DJ, I only want old school. Don't play the new house. That's fine with me. Because I love the shit anyway. You ask me to play freestyle, I'll play freestyle. I love freestyle. I was listening to freestyle today on my way home. You know what I mean? Like
Stevie B.
No.
Spring Love?
No. It was fucking TK or some shit. But, I mean, I love the shit. Yeah. So, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind going to a club and if they're playing fucking EDM, I can tolerate it for a while. It's not
EDM.
It's not that big of a fucking deal, but
EDM Spring Love mashup.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's a whole nother fucking subject in itself, man. Is like people the whole old school, new school, back and forth.
Like people are gonna always
back and forth.
People are always gonna hate Suavemente, but they're always gonna want to listen to when they're out drunk at 1:00 in the morning because
people
everybody
talk
all of a sudden
so much shit about that song. But the moment I play it, literally everybody gets up. I have no idea why. I'm sure every DJ hates that song at this point.
I mean,
but you have to play it because people want it.
Again, that goes back to like
but obviously, it's a setting. You can't play it at a club. I mean, maybe like the last song, maybe to try to get their last.
It just depends on what club you're at.
Yeah, if you're at a merengue Latino club or
sangrias or some shit.
Yeah,
back in the day.
Yeah,
a little brunch or something. You play that or whatever
Zentra.
To kind of get people. Damn, Zentra.
Yeah.
I remember them days. DJing in that lounge area.
It was three rooms, right? The little lounge.
Yeah.
First floor and then the upstairs.
But they had me. They were like, "You got DJ from 9 to 5. Like, you want me to DJ for 8 hours straight? Are you crazy?"
8 hours.
Yeah, 9 to 5. I think that's what it was. Like
in the VIP.
Yeah, in the lounge.
Like, $150. I'm like, I mean, back in the day, it was like, okay, I guess.
I mean, when you're starting out, but now it's like, nah, I can't even.
Fucking some half busted equipment and shit.
Yeah, like the knobs is gone, the fader knob is out, and
you need a special, a first aid kit in your bag, you know,
man,
cuts and shit with the faders.
You know what though, man? The times were good though back then, so you know
they were rough, but they were fun. I guess I don't know.
You kind of learned from it. You have to learn from it.
What was that? Wheat Street, right?
Yeah.
That's all gone now.
Yeah, it's all gone now. I think the only thing left is Joe's Bar.
Yeah. Everything else.
What did they build on that side?
They got like a bank, and then they got a bunch of condos.
I don't think I drove through there. And then there was the other place called Republic.
Yeah, Republic, and then they had
Crowbar, the actual Crowbar, no?
It's Prism now.
Prism? It was Crowbar?
It's Crowbar, yeah.
It was called Club Nicky's too, back in the day too.
It was
Club
Crowbar,
yeah,
Nicky,
there was a bunch of stuff.
then, yeah.
But there was Rockstar or something, ain't it? That 18 and over club.
I think that was Republic. I think they turned it into Rockstar.
Was
it? Or something like that.
Cause there was another one in the corner.
Yeah, there was an 18-year-old side and then there was a 21 side.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Republic. Republic.
It was packed at one point. It was popping over there back in one day.
That's when a lot of those Latin promoters were really,
like you said,
they were doing their thing back then. You know, every fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day something was fucking popping. Every single fucking day.
In the good times.
Yeah.
I think nowadays, these DJs have it so damn easy now. I mean, like, holy shit. I mean, you want to be a DJ, okay, go buy the newest controller of Pioneer or Tractor, you know, get a little bullshit computer, get a couple record pools and download the edits and the intros and outros and just do it like that.
Yeah.
You know, and you look up YouTube how to be a DJ and they'll show you how to...
Now you're a DJ.
Yeah, I think
2 BPMs together, you know?
I think that's probably for the next podcast. It's going to be controllers versus actual club DJ equipment like CDJs, Nexus, turntables. I mean, we'll hold off.
Yeah, we'll hold off on that. But
that one. But yeah, we got probably like 8 more minutes. But just to wrap it up, I mean, I think we've been talking about back in the day and nowadays.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to just round it up, I mean, I think nowadays it's just easier, honestly.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like...
It's already been an hour?
Yeah.
Just getting started, man. Fuck, let's go another hour.
Shots.
So yeah, back in the day, it was like I used to bring like pretty much a suitcase full of CDs. I mean, I started in the CD era, so
I still got my CDs. Actually,
I still got them. They're all dusty, but they're probably all warped from the beer that fell on them.
Yeah, I got CD books, a lot of CD books.
Yeah, so all that that was crazy back in the day, and it was like some were scratched. You had to like wipe them. And
I got 3 of them big Shure bags that were supposed to be for records. And I got like 2 of them handles that holds like 500 CDs. Yeah. I got like 3 of those to just...
You go to the flea market, get them 500 CDs.
Yeah. Books. The spindles.
So salute to the first.
Salute.
The first podcast, everybody. And leave some comments, whatever. I mean, we'll talk about it. But yeah, we got about like 7 more minutes now. So it's our first one. If you guys like it, put a thumbs up, comment, whatever. Share it. I think... We're probably if
you want to come down and fucking chat with us, come by.
Hell yeah, get a couple of the DJs or something.
Yeah, I think if you guys are interested, let us know, inboxes or whatever. I mean, we'll probably bring 1 guest per show if you guys want to come in or whatever. So, I mean, to get everybody's perspective. I know everybody got a different view on everything. So
Everybody's got a story.
everybody got a story. I mean, I got tons of stories, so I mean, we'll save it for another podcast. But
Yeah,
what
they can follow you where on your social media stuff.
oh well, we didn't even. This is Matt B. Look into the camera. Matt B. What's your social media?
Everything is just pretty much Matt B 12 DJ Matt B 1200, like DJ MATTB 1200. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Facebook, all that good stuff.
So if you guys want house music, listen to his stuff. He's like one of the main guys that I go to that knows house music. I mean, he's one of the main guys.
Yeah.
And
me, it's
DJ
Instagram.
City.
Oh yeah, it's me, City. My Instagram is City CITI 44, and Facebook is just DJ City. DJ and CITI. So
you got Mixcloud, SoundCloud.
I got SoundCloud,
Yeah.
DJ City 44 as well.
Uh-huh.
Look me up. I got a couple land stuff up there. I got a couple hip hop stuff up there, and yeah.
All right. So I'm DJ Impact. What do I got? I think I got Mixcloud, DJ Impact 114 or 14. I don't know, one of them. But I'll link it in the podcast. I'll link everybody's stuff on the description so everybody can check them out. But yeah, I'm open format. I mean, we do everything: hip hop clubs, I mean, house clubs, everything. But you know, this guy right here, Matt B, he's more house, and I mean, he's been traveling around the U.S. At one point, so you know, he's a good guy. If you guys like house music, listen to his stuff. But I think that's pretty much it, guys, for this podcast.
Yeah,
so
Yes, sir.
Thanks for tuning in.
all right.
Until next time.